Good afternoon from AlphaCars. My name is Tom, coming to you from our Northampton location, and today I'm excited to be sharing with you this recent pre-owned arrival we just got here at the store. Today we're looking at a 2014 Ural. We're going to take a quick tour around the motorcycle and go over the basic condition and some of the features. Now, taking a look, obviously a very vibrant color scheme. We have a gorgeous combination of that bright gloss red and some of those white stripes and accents around the rest of the bike. It obviously presents beautifully, as you can see from a big picture standpoint, as we make our way around taking a look at the motorcycle itself. It's a really unique spec, and I don't see too many with red and white combinations like this, and especially when paired with that silver powder-coated powertrain there, it's kind of a nice light, vibrant color scheme on the bike, as opposed to some others you may see that have a kind of a darker theme. As we can also see that nice silver finish on the wheels, on some of the brake hardware and the hub in the center there, and on the suspension all the way around the motorcycle. It's a really, really nice look, and I like that they lightened up those other accents to match that lighter color scheme. But starting with general condition, I'll work here from the fender all the way around the bike. We'll start here looking at that paint condition. It's obviously in great shape, as we can see. Looks really nice with minimal imperfections. The hardware there looks great. Just ahead of it, we have that nice step up into the sidecar. That step is actually an older design, being a 2014, and it's got that diamond plate of metal on there, as opposed to the more traditional rubber foot step that you'll see on the newer models. But I think that adds to the rugged look of the bike, and I think it's in great shape. Looks really nice. Another wheel and tire here in great shape. I love those silver wheels. It's not something you see as often on Urals. We're used to seeing the black. You do have that nice polished center cap as well. And of course the tires look really nice. These are the tires that are slightly more comfortable for regular road going use, as opposed to the big chunky tires we see on some other models. And so these just provide a really smooth experience going down the road. Now we'll take a quick tour here of the sidecar. We'll start looking at that tire. That's a brand new spare in great condition. We've just replaced that. Perfect spare tire, ready to go on any of the corners where you may find it necessary. Looking at that wheel, again, another silver finish. Really, really nice. You can see the mounting hardware is all nice as well for that sidecar mount. I'm sorry, the sidecar spare mount. The actual side of the sidecar body looks really nice just the same. The only thing I'll point out, we have a small paint chip there, which has been protected with some primer and paint, but otherwise looks just beautiful here on the side. The interior of the sidecar has this gorgeous vinyl seating, which is in just about perfect condition. It's very comfortable. It's a bit more padded than the newer models, and I think the black vinyl looks like it was just put in there just recently. We look into the sidecar, seeing the walls in great shape with only a couple more nicks that were touched up there to protect them. You also have a power outlet just there, and you have that nice rubber mat protecting the already really nice flooring here in the sidecar. Just ahead of that, we find this short windshield with that nice Cordura apron there sticking out of the front, and that's free of any tears or stains. It looks really nice. All of the hardware to mount that apron and your sidecar cover that we'll see in a moment, that's all great as well. Paint finish here at the nose, immaculate, as we can see. Gorgeous reflection in that sidecar all the way across from all angles. It looks really nice, and you don't have any big nicks or damage from road debris here on the lower portion. Now we'll make our way over here to the actual main motorcycle, where of course you will have already noticed the very tall windscreen here. You can see that nice vibrant red paint, the nice rubber sealing around the headlight bulb, and your windshield just above. It's free of any major damages, just a couple of minor marks. Same goes for the sidecar windscreen, but they're both very, very minor. You can see that chrome trim that secures the actual windscreen portion. All looks great. The hardware doesn't have any rust. All presents gorgeous. The front fender here on the motorcycle itself, just the same. Really nice condition. Love that nice big stripe going right down the middle. And you can see this silver sort of pull bar here on the front of the fender. That's in great shape, and it's, again, not too often you see silver ones, so that looks great as well. The wheel, of course, looks very nice. Same goes for all of the suspension components. You also have that nice rubber mud flap there in the back to keep this gorgeous engine clean. Now, taking a look at the engine itself, as you'd be used to hearing about, 749cc opposed piston twin. This is a 2014, so it was the first year of the new fuel injection system, and it runs beautifully, as we're going to hear in a few moments here. That power is sent through a dual plate dry clutch into a 4-speed manual transmission operated over here, and that also includes a reverse gear, which is operated here on this side of the motorcycle with that small lever. You also have an e-brake here with this lever, as opposed to where you might find it in other newer models up here on the bars. Now looking down, that power is sent from the transmission into a shaft drive, and it's sent out to this final drive unit, which can, if necessary, can provide power to the sidecar wheel, as this is a 2-wheel drive model, and all of that functions exactly as you would hope. It's really meant to get you out of sticky situations in an off-road setting. It's not really to be used on regular road usage, but it's a great backup to have, and you can go anywhere confidently in your Ural knowing it's going to get you out. Last touch about the engine: it does produce 41 horsepower and 42 pound-feet of torque, so it's just the right amount for a bike like this, and with those long gears and just enough torque, it really can pull itself out of any situation. You're never going to find yourself revving it out too hard to get the power you need. Look at some more of those components on the bike. It all looks really nice all the way to the rear suspension and braking. Looking at the seat, this does have this nice touring seat, which is in absolutely perfect condition. We can see the Ural emblem here at the rear. That seat looks like it was installed just yesterday. All of the seating on this bike presents absolutely perfect. Here on the gas tank, it has around the tank, pardon me, had somebody beeping at me there. Gorgeous condition. We can see the silver Ural scripting there, and the chrome gas tank. Pardon me, the gas filler cap there. I got a bit frazzled. You can see the knee pads as well, and all of the associated rubber trim. Just looks gorgeous. No wear whatsoever. It looks like it could be brand new. We'll come back to this area here around the bars in just a moment. Here at the rear, taking a look at your lighting, that all looks great, and all of the mounting points are free of any corrosion. They look fantastic. You have some more of that silver, accessory trim there. Forgot to mention that muffler has a nice shine to it as well. And we can see some more of the suspension components here on this side, presenting nicely. Same goes for the motor up there at the front. Now here you have your trunk as we make our way back to the sidecar, which I can operate. It is kind of a two-handed operation, so let me just drop you down a little bit here. So I unlatch it using this lever and then lift the trunk as one unit. So you can see inside here we have the Ural toolkit, a owner's manual, and the cover that will cover up and protect your sidecar from any inclement weather. So I'm gonna take a moment and put that cover on the sidecar so we can inspect the condition and see how it looks. So I'll be right back. All right, so as you can see now, I have installed the sidecar cover. Now it's a matching fabric that you found here at the front of the windscreen. It is a Cordura fabric. It's actually what a lot of wear-resistant motorcycle gear, like my personal gear, is made out of. It's very abrasion-resistant, slide-resistant, etc. So it's going to do a great job at staying nice for a very long time and protecting that gorgeous interior on the sidecar. As we can see, only a couple of marks because it has been folded up for some time, but it installed nice and easily. You can see all of the contact points are working perfectly fine. You have a few elastic ones there allowing for a bit of play, and you can see it actually shares all of those mounting points in the front. They accommodate 2 layers of fabric just for that reason, and there are a couple nice Velcro cutouts there where the windshield can pass through, so you have no interference with that. The contact points on the other side here both look great just the same. So the last thing we're going to do is take a look here at the actual operation. Now, a couple of things to note: this does have a GPS system fitted. It can also be removed to keep it off the bike while you're away from the machine. I also neglected to mention here at the opening that this bike is currently showing just over 7,000 kilometers, so 7,200 kilometers, which translates to about 4,500 original miles. So very low mileage, especially for being a 2014 model. And it's fired up here. I'm just going to double check that it's in neutral, which it is. You can see the light there, and I'm just going to hold the brake. See, it cranks right over, no hesitation. It sounds great as it grabs an idle here. The engine is cold, so it is have a slightly higher idle than it will under regular operation, but idling beautifully. Clearly has been dialed in very nicely and cared for by the prior owner. Give it a couple very light revs just to show the throttle response. Even while the engine's relatively cold, this is really good throttle response for one of these 749 twins. Now I'm going to shut the engine down. A couple more things to know. You can see you have a small compass that was added on there. It can be easily removed. You can see that nice hardware for the windscreen all on the other side here, looking fantastic. All of your controls look just the same and function exactly as you'd hope. And last thing, you do have a little small adapter here for some USB power outlets for whatever accessories you may have. And as you can see when I shut the key off, this is wired into the battery. You see it dims there, and in a few moments it will, as you can see, it'll shut itself down without anything from my end. This is a gorgeous bike with low mileage and a very unique spec. It's a nice way to get into a Ural without having to chase down one of the new ones, especially in a spec like this. It can be hard to come across. So this is a great opportunity for somebody who's been looking to get into one of these bikes. And if there's anything I missed or you have any further questions, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There you're going to find a nice high-definition photo set and plenty of the information in our detailed listings. But at alphacars.com, you'll find all the relevant contact information. And thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And thank you from AlphaCars.